So welcome back to Tuesday's Tips, and we're going to continue our conversation around building rapport. So you'll remember that so much of what we're communicating is being communicated unconsciously. And remember that when people are like each other, they like each other. It's a process of responsiveness where we get into communication with someone and we find common things and common ground. And one of the things I mentioned last week was the concept of matching and mirroring. So if you hold up your right hand, then we're matching, because I'm also holding up my right hand. Now, if you were to hold up your left hand, we would be mirrored. So the concept is very simple. Matching, we do what the other person is doing. Mirroring, we do the opposite of what the other person is doing. So it looks like we're in a mirror. So that's a really, really easy thing to do, and it's something that we do very naturally. So if you were to do it with volition, then that will speed up the process of building rapport. So the best type of rapport is done outside of the other person's awareness. So what this means is that it's really important that you be really subtle when it comes to matching and mirroring. The last thing that you want to do is for someone to go, "Oh, you're copying me," because that will take you straight out of rapport. So what are the things that we match and mirror when we're building rapport? There are a number of things that we can match and mirror when building rapport, and for the purpose of today, I'll just let you know what they are. And next week, we'll go into how do you utilize these things to actually build rapport. So what are the things that we match and mirror to build rapport? So obviously, the most obvious one is someone's physiology. So like when I raised my hand and you raised your hand. So we would match what somebody else is doing with their body or their head. So we also could match and mirror someone's gestures. So some people talk with their hands. So that's something, they could do something that's a little bit different or a little bit unique. And if we can pick up on that, then we can utilize that outside of their awareness to support us in building rapport. There are a couple of other things that we can match and mirror in relation to the physiology that are very, very outside of people's awareness. One of them is blinking. So if you can actually match someone's blinking, then that's very, very outside of their awareness, and it's something that generally people would not pick up on. You can also match and mirror someone's facial expressions if they have something that is unique again. Something else that is really powerful when matching and mirroring is someone's breathing. That is also done very much outside of the conscious awareness. So you could match their breathing pace and also where they breathe from in their body. So it could be from high to low or from fast to slow. The other things that we can match and mirror are people's voices. So I'll talk more about how you do that, particularly if you're a woman speaking to a man or a man speaking to a woman, because there's a specific technique that you can use to make that easier for you. The other thing that we also can match and mirror are the words that people use. So depending on the words they use, there could be an indication as to whether they're visual, auditory, or kinesthetic in their representational system. And you can utilize words from those different rep systems to communicate with them directly to their unconscious mind. And then you become like them. And it's a very, very powerful technique. What we generally do is we look for common ground or common experiences. So we might say, "Where did you go to school?" Or, "Are you a Leo?" And we will have a sense of familiarity about them, or a feeling that we've met them before, or we've known them before, or maybe even, I think I must have known you in a past life. So they're the indicators of rapport. That's when we know that we are in rapport with someone. So they are the components, and they are the different things that we can match and mirror in our attempts to build rapport. So I would really encourage you over the next week just to match and mirror. So for example, if you're in a restaurant, now that we're out of lockdown in lots of places, if you were in a restaurant and you were just to pick someone in that restaurant and you had a drink every time that they had a drink, I think that what you would find is by the end of the night, when you picked up your cup to have a drink, they would do it too. And it would be outside of their conscious awareness, because unconsciously you have created rapport. So give it a go and have a play with it. And also notice how you behave when you are with someone that you feel really connected to. Because you'll probably find that when they move, you have a compelling desire to move. Or when you move, they move alongside you. So have a play and see how you go. I'll see you next week.